What's up guys, Brian Krantz here of ContestChampion.com with another Alliance War. This time my Alliance for Loki is going up against RLAPX. And these guys are no joke. We are right about equal war rating. Pretty similar in terms of overall PI of the Alliance. And this is a very, very close war ultimately. I entered the battlefield this time around with Gwenpool, Vision, and Dr. Voodoo. I've been trying to practice up with Voodoo a little bit as a possible solution to the Thorns node, and just, I don't know how it's working out for me. You'll see in this war how I do. I could have played a little bit better, but still, it's a rough spot for me. Thorns, just in general in Alliance War. In regular quests, I can handle it, but when I have a limited champion selection to bring to war, and when you know, people put mutant champions on Thorns, it's just bad news for me. But in any case, we're not up to that node yet. Right now, entering this fight here against Mordo, and this fight does not go well, guys. You know, the fight didn't start great. You can tell I'm already down almost half life, and then I trigger a stun on him. He only had one bleed. That's only a 3% chance when he only has one bleed for me to stun. And of course, I get it. And I wasn't playing cautiously enough. I could have prevented that. It's, you know, I'm not trying to blame RNG for that. I could have absolutely prevented that. But that ends up costing me quite dearly here. As now, look at my life. It's practically nothing left. So yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this one out. That bleed is putting in some work. His life is draining, but he's also gaining a lot of power. Alright, luckily he throws an L2 there. And I've got some more bleeds, and now I have to be careful again. And first hit stuns, no! And man, this is not good, guys. I did that twice in one fight. And luckily he didn't throw his L3, and he just kind of runs stupidly at me after, you know, after blocking, and I'm able to finish out the fight. But man, it's one of the worst mordo fights that I've ever had in a long time. I mean, look at that. He hit me 12 times, and I still survived. That's the only good thing about mordo, is that he really does not do much damage. Even if he used an L3 there, I'm pretty sure I would have survived it and still won that fight. But the damage is done. The damage is absolutely done. Alright, so this is the Unblockable S2 node. And of course, that means I am going in here with OG Vision. And I'm expecting Voodoo or Hood. If you've watched my war videos in the past, you know it's almost always Voodoo or Hood. I'm sorry, not Voodoo. Doctor Strange or Hood. Doctor Strange or Hood. And in this case, sure enough, it is Doctor Strange. Okay, no problem. And I get a good parry stun right off the start. I'm able to fire off an L2 right away. Very happy about that. At this point, I'm almost positive that the fight is completely in my hands. Very confident from this point. There's no more stress, no more worry about it. And as a result, things go smoothly. He almost gets to his SP2 again. Well, he kind of does, but luckily I get my SP3, and I'm able to burn that power right away. A little bit of health left. Try to get a parry. If the parry failed, I would have baited out a heavy attack, but the parry was successful, and Doctor Strange goes down. Okay, not too bad. So, 2 fights in. The first fight that you guys normally see me take was empty. If you didn't notice, I forgot to call it out at the time. And now I'm going to take on the unstunnable node, the stun immune node here. And stun immune node, I haven't taken this node all that much in the past. I'm expecting Nightcrawler, Juggernaut, Dormammu, one of these kinds of champions. And sure enough, yeah, this guy, he has a 5-star Juggernaut, so pretty much betting that this Juggernaut will be here. Especially since the top left node, I looked at it prior to this, and it was a different name there, so yeah, the top left protector can definitely be Juggernaut, but in this case it's not. I am out of potions, so I have to spend some units to potion up here, heal up, and I only use one, and this was a mistake. I mean, I use a little potion as well, but I should have just used 2 large potions I was being a little bit greedy, but this is Juggernaut. This is Juggernaut. It's not an easy fight. I should have absolutely used 2 potions and just healed up and prevented a possible death from happening. As spoiler, I do go down here, but there's definitely some action before that happens. Stun immune node, it definitely helps to have Gwenpool in here. Just getting that bleed damage really helps to lower the amount of total hits needed in the fight. I'm backed against the corner here, ready in rough shape. And yeah, just trying to get whatever shots in against them I can. But basically, my strategy is to bait out heavy attacks here, since I'm not good at intercepting. And at this point, I'm getting very worried. You know, he has Mystic Dispersion. I'm just going to fire off my L2 and see what happens. I was hoping that he wouldn't immediately fire the L3, but of course he does immediately fire the L3. I survive it because I'm Gwenpool, but now I'm backed in the corner. I mistimed my dash back as I was kind of panicking at that point, and I get slammed. Alright, well, Juggernaut, he wins that round, but that's okay. It's okay. I've got a vision for him. And vision is still pretty healthy, so I'm just going to go right back into the fight. And I'm not even thinking about using Voodoo here. I'm just 100% going in with vision, and I'm hoping that I can finish him off this go. You know, he's already down to half HP, so if I can get him in that assassin range, get a little bit of that extra damage going. I only have 1 point in assassin, so it's only 20% extra damage, but hey, it's still something. It'll still help me close out the fight here. The power control is definitely going to help out as well. When you're able to control Juggernaut's power, it's more than just preventing his specials and the unstoppable from happening. If you prevent that unstoppable, you also prevent him from pushing you back against the left side of the screen. You know, I'm getting pushed a little bit here, but compared to the last fight, it's not even close. It's a night and day difference. So I fire off the L3, which also pushes him over to the right side of the screen, and now I have plenty of distance to work with. Definitely helps to have OG Vision signature ability here, Synthesize. I would definitely prefer this vision over the Age of Ultron vision, although the Age of Ultron vision can also do some serious work against Juggernaut here as well. But I want to get my SP2 off here to completely power drain him. I do that, so now I'm in pretty good shape. He's pretty low. You know, he did a lot of damage to me as well, but I'm fairly confident at this point that I could finish off the fight. I miss an opening there. He gave me an opening with one of his attacks, the ending combo attack, but I catch the next one with that little headbutt and fire off the L3, and Juggernaut is down. Okay, so stun immune Juggernaut, stun immune 5-star Juggernaut. I did die to him once. You know, maybe it's a good thing that I didn't heal up my Gwenpool more. As I got caught with the SP3, and honestly, I probably would have died either way. So, you know, maybe it is a good thing. But in the future, I'm going to try to not be so greedy and, you know, just heal up that extra amount. Alright, now we come to the Thorns node, and this is exactly why I brought Voodoo in here. This is the node I was talking about at the beginning of the video, and I'm trying to practice against this node. I'm trying to get this Thorns thing down. And I don't have Pacify. I don't have the Pacify Mastery, and I know that would help out a lot. I already, you know, I'm looking at his profile there. He's got Cyclops. It's definitely going to be Cyclops at this point. I'm convinced of it. So, we're into the fight, and my objective here is to get my special 1 off on an odd combo. Now, at the time of fighting this, I actually thought I did better than I actually did. You'll see here, you know, I get to a 10-hit combo, and I take some block damage, and that puts me to a special 1 basically, and I should have fired off as soon as I got to 11 hits, but I didn't. I waited until I got to 15, and my health, it got chunked down massively as a result of it. Once you have an odd combo going with Voodoo's signature ability, he has 50% reduced defensive ability accuracy. That includes Thorns, of course. I use another odd combo here. I wanted to use an even combo actually to get that extra poison damage. That was another mistake that I made. But at this point, I know I'm going to die, so I'm just trying to let poison do as much damage as I possibly can before I drop. And eventually, I'm getting back towards the wall, so I just try to get some extra shots in before going down. I hate Thorns nodes, guys. I really hate Thorns node. If I had Pacify, I'm sure I would do you know, a fair amount better. I don't know if I would be able to get through it still, but it would be significantly better, I think. But it's hard to justify picking up Thorns just for that one node. Luckily, Mad Cat saw that I was struggling with that node, as he normally does. He bails me out. He cleans that up for me and allows me to continue on my way here. So I have a little bit of health left with Vision, but I know this war is going to be a tight one. I'm trying to figure out if he has a, you know, 5-star Magic Hyperion here. He does not, but still, I know this is going to be a tight war. So I don't really want to risk it with Vision. I'm thinking if it's, you know, if it's Magic, I'm gonna die with Vision. You know, you can tell I'm debating here. I almost clicked to buy that potion and use that potion on Vision, but instead I pull back and I decide to use a revive here. And I'm thinking that it's better off if I go in with Gwenpool. It's hard to justify using the extra items sometimes, but at the end of the day, wars can be won or lost depending on how many times you die. We've definitely had a lot of close wars where if we just died a few less times, we would have won. And likewise, we've won a few wars just because we died a few less times than the opponent. And it is magic, and it's 4-star magic. This shouldn't be that big of a deal for me, but I'm really not playing all that well. I push him into limbo. I tried to stall on the parry stun to let the bleed do as much damage as possible, but ultimately he gets limbos, and at this point I'm frustrated. So I'm just going all in. I don't care. Luckily I get a stun, and I just start going berserk. I feel like I'm Super Saiyan at this point. I just blast magic right in the face, and she's down, and somehow I came out of that alive, guys. I don't even know what happened, but I was pretty pumped. I was pretty pumped at that point. I'm pretty sure I let out a little bit of a yell. I'm not going to reenact that, but yeah, in the moment, that was a pretty intense finish to that fight. All right, I have a little bit left in the tank, thanks to you know, reviving Gwenpool there, and this magic, she's pretty low. I actually back out of the fight here in just a moment, and I take a look around at the rest of my alliance to see if anybody else has anything left. And they're hurting pretty bad too, so I'm thinking, you know what, best chance is for me to go in here with this Vision. I might be able to finish it out. It'll be a close call. We'll see what I can do. If I can't finish it, then at least it'll be close, and you know, somebody else can come in here and finish things out. So I go in with Vision, and try my best here. Try my best to stay alive, and just seeing what I can do. I get pretty lucky, actually. I get pretty fortunate. Watching these things back, I can see every little mistake that I make, and I could have got extra shot in before using that SP2, but that's okay. I got lucky. She didn't proc Limbo, and I'm gonna get lucky again here. And I don't know why I'm not taking these free shots, but she didn't proc Limbo again. And she didn't proc it again there even when I used my SP2. So yeah, I'm getting super lucky. I never get this lucky with magic. She didn't proc Limbo again, and I almost finish out the fight here. You can see her life is just, it's so low, and I go in for an intercept because I can't take another block shot, and she smashes me with her SP1. Maybe I could have taken another block shot there. I'm not sure, but I didn't want to chance it. I didn't want to chance trying to parry there. I just went for the intercept. Failed. She almost died. I was feeling pretty good after that, actually. Even though, you know, technically I still failed, but I was still feeling pretty good with just how lucky I got with those Limbos, because I swear I never get that lucky with Limbo and magic. So I was happy with that. And she's so low that I'm thinking, hey, I could just go in here with Voodoo. I don't want to, you know, cause another death though, so I pop one of these little level 2 potions just to get me back up, you know, to be able to survive. You know, if I have to bait out a heavy attack or something like that, which I do. And I attack her, hit her a few times, and she is down. All right, so it's a pretty tough war for me here. Started off bad from the very beginning, from the first fight with that mordo, but it was still a fun one. I actually enjoy fighting that juggernaut on the unstunnable node, or the stun immune node I should say. But yeah, in any case, guys, that is it for my contribution to this war, and we actually do end up losing against RLAPX. They got the best of us this time. It was a very, very close war, though. If we play them again, the outcome might be different. So who knows what the future will bring. But that is going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.